South Dakota, Black Hills Energy Stadium, home of the Spearfish Sasquatch in the Independence League of 2023. Today we got a doubleheader to finish up the three-game set versus the Oahe Zap. Game one, which was on Tuesday, the Spearfish Sasquatch ran away with it. 18-3 was your final score, including what felt like an hour-long bomb of the eighth inning, where so many chances to win that one lucky fan $10,000 with a bases-loaded grand slam. Unfortunately, a lot of runs came across the board, a lot of walks came across the board as well. No grand slam was found, though, so no winner on that one, but the Sasquatch still came away with an 18-3 victory. The Sasquatch in that game had a few members of their team resting up, taking a little bit of a rest day. Luis Reyes, who hadn't had a rest day all year, he took that game off. He's back in the lineup today at shortstop. And another man who's been hot lately at the plate, he took an off day too. Parker Bledgy at third base. His bat has exploded. His glove has always been there, and now his bat has woken up. We stepped aside to talk to Parker a little bit about said bat waking up and how his experience has been so far here in Spearfish in the summer. Joined by Sasquatch infielder Parker Bledgy. Parker, you go to school with three teammates on the Sasquatch team at Montana State Billings. Head coach Jarrett Hunt, a grad assistant coach there. Is that kind of what led you here?
Yeah, so I had a pretty successful fall at Montana State Billings. We were sitting in study hall actually one night, and Jerry pulled me aside and asked if I wanted to come play summer ball with him here in Spearfish. I immediately said, yeah, let's do it. I was looking for a spot at the time, so this kind of was perfect.
That put an extra kind of confidence in you that, you know, out of a big roster, he came up to you as, you don't know how many guys he went up to, but four of you here, that you were one of the select few that he came up and asked to play for him?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate this whole opportunity, and glad I'm here.
Yeah, so wood bats in summer leagues, it's a little different from the metal bats you see playing college ball. Is it a little different for you up at the plate?
Yeah, a little bit. I played at junior college for 2 years, swung wood. It's definitely an adjustment, though, going from a whole season of swinging metal bat, and you just don't get away with as much with the wood bat. There's some fine adjustments you have to make.
Yeah, and you started out a little slow with the wood bat in this summer, but it's kind of picked up. You kind of exploded ever since then. Is it kind of just an adjustment period, or has it always just been keep swinging, eventually good things will happen?
Yeah, I haven't really changed much. It's just been keep the same mindset, same approach, and things just kind of been going my way recently. So
yeah, and then defensively on the left side of the infield, mainly third base, the hot corner they call it. You've been great defensively. Sasquatch Nation, me in the press box, all of us here have really taken notice of you out there. Is that kind of something you pride yourself in?
Yeah, that's kind of the type of player I am. I'm not going to go out and make the biggest plays or anything like that, but I pride myself on making the routine play and just helping the team win.
Doing the little things right, that's kind of where you stand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Parker. Parker Bledgy talking about his experiences so far and what led him here. First pitch right back here on Spearfish Live. When we come back, Sasquatch and Zap, game 2. Sasquatch left side of the infielder, Parker Bledgy talking a little bit about his experience so far and about the recent awakeness of his bat and implementing a spot in the lineup at third base next to Luis Reyes at short. That left side of the infield has just been spectacular all season, and now with Parker's bat waking up, the sky is the limit for this Sasquatch team, and not really a better time in the year it could have came to wake up. Indeed, going into the second half of the season, you got 6 games remaining left against this Zap team. 2 today and 4 over the weekend in Pierre, South Dakota, when the Sasquatch will play a doubleheader in Pierre, and then they will also play 2 more to finish out the second half. Second half action will start on June 26th, June 27th will be the first game here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, a 3-game set versus the Badlands Big Sticks, and then another 3-game set, potentially more if we want to make up any of the games we missed earlier in the year against the Hastings Sodbusters. Directly following that, a 6-game homestand to start the second half, but for now, we got the conclusion of the first half. The Sasquatch can't win the first half anymore. They are statistically eliminated from being the best team. Those rights will either go to more than likely the Big Sticks or the Fremont Moo. We will have to see in the next week what happens with those two teams. Looking more and more like it's going to be the Badlands Big Sticks winning the first half of the season again, like they did last summer in the summer of 2022. But for now, it's up in the air. The second half beginning next week, the Sasquatch know they need to win the second half to get a playoff spot or get second place overall. So these games against the Zap are must wins. Even though they are eliminated, head coach Jarrett Hunt has spoken the words that these are must win ball games in order to get that overall record up. In the last remaining games, if the Sasquatch win all 6 remaining, they can finish this first half above 500 at 13-12, currently sitting at 7-12 with 6 games remaining, all against this Zap team, 2 here in Spearfish and 4 on the road in Pierre this weekend. It's a big big time for the Sasquatch, trying to close out this first half and gain a little bit of more momentum going into second half action. That's going to be so crucial that the games almost all feel like playoff games. Every single night matters, every single inning, every single at-bat, every single pitch. And one of those pitches will be thrown right here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live when we come back. First pitch at 6:05, starting lineups right here shortly.
I feel so good today. Been lucky. What a lovely day. Woke up on a vibe, y'all. Got a brand new thing. Yeah, it's all going my way. My shoes got sold. Got a strut in my walk now. Got a pocket full of sun. Won't say it won't go down. I'm a winner, I can feel it in the city. Yeah, happy when I breathe it in. Roll the dice for the 7, hit 11, hit a 7, hit 11 again. I'm all good. Got a 4-leaf clover. You can knock on wood. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. Alright. My lucky day. It is my lucky day. My lucky day. My lucky day. 'Cause I know today's gonna go my way. I can see the sunshine through the rain. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. No. Oh, I'm all good.
All right, time to introduce the Oahe Zap starting lineup for the afternoon. Starting at second base, number 4, Jackson Mix. Shortstop, number 23, Kyle Lemarian. Third base, number 5, Jared Heck. First base, number 30, Jacob Trustner. Right field, number 6, Joey Coolbrock. At catcher, number 16, Gavin Starcher. Designated hitter for the Zap tonight, number 31, Trenton Ducksher. Center fielder, number 24, Tyler Strapagan. Left field, number 8, Colby Rich. And the pitcher for the Zap tonight is number 18, Graham Young. And starting lineup for your Spearfish Sasquatch. Center fielder, number 4, Bryson Hoyer. At third base, number 5, Parker Bledgy. Second base, number 24, Ryan Bachman. In right field, number 27, DJ Van Atten. At shortstop, number 9, Louis D. Reyes. Designated hitter, number 6, Jack Naylor. At first base, number 33, Jack Sutton. Left field, number 11, Gage Crock. At catcher, number 26, Keegan Weston. And the pitcher for the Sasquatch this afternoon, number 14, Dylan Ritchie. Fans, we ask that you please stand and remove caps for our national anthem.
And welcome back to Black Hills Energy Stadium in beautiful Spearfish, South Dakota for some more Sasquatch baseball in the summer of 2023. I'm Sean Master, the voice of the Sasquatch for this summer season, bringing you all the action right here from Black Hills Energy Stadium via our live stream on YouTube, Spearfish Sasquatch Live. Thank you for joining us today for a double header of action. I know it's an unorthodox time for a baseball game. A Thursday afternoon, first pitch going to be around 3:35-ish. It's a pretty unorthodox time, but thank you everyone for joining us here. If you can't come to the ballpark, I know a lot of folks cannot due to work reasons, especially being the middle of the week, but at least joining us here on the live stream, supporting the Sasquatch from your remote location, wherever that may be. Trust me, these boys can feel the support a mile away, and they are definitely the most grateful for any viewers and any fans that they're going to draw either way, either at the ballpark or via the live stream, listening to my voice and watching them via this camera setup that we have here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. First pitch right here, 3:35 the current time. It's a beautiful 66 degrees, a lot of clouds in the sky, giving us a little bit of a fright here in Spearfish, South Dakota on the stature of this game. But for now, we have baseball to be played. Game one of the two-game, 7-inning doubleheader right here. Dylan Ritchie onto the bump for the Sasquatch. Behind the dish, Keegan Weston gonna catch today in game one. Jackson Mick's gonna lead off. First pitch fouls it off, back to the backstop. The defensive layout for the Sasquatch, as we said already. Dylan Ritchie on the mound. Keegan Weston behind the dish, catching and calling the game from there. In the infield, Parker Bledgy manning third. Luis Reyes back at short if you're getting an off day in game one. Ryan Bachman at second, and Jack Sutton at first. Ritchie paints the outside corner, gets strike two, and it's quickly an 0-2 count on the leadoff hitter, Jackson Mix. The outfield for the Sasquatch in left field, Gage Crott, the man from Belfouche, South Dakota. Center field, Bryson Hoyer, and in right, DJ Van Atten. That one's going to be lined into left field. It's an 0-2 base hit, lead off of the game for Jackson Mix. It's a lead-off single on an 0-2 count, a tough pitch to get. He reaches out, he pokes at it, and it's the first hit of the ball game for the Zap. Hitting definitely not the problem for the Zap team in game one at all. They had 11 hits alone off starting pitcher Julio Romero, but they weren't getting anywhere with them. They would get runners on base, but Romero would trust the zone, get a lot of weak contact, and with runners in scoring position, I don't think the Zap hit it one time. That one inside. They're going to say it got a piece of them, and it's going to be a free bag for Kyle Mamari, and early trouble for Dylan Ritchie and the Sasquatch. Jared Heck going to step into the box. And already with runners on first and second, this is where the Zap struggled in game one. We'll see if Ritchie can try to force a ground ball or potentially just get through Heck with a strikeout and get to Jacob Trustner. The cleanup spot standing on deck. The 3-4-5 now due up with the runners on first and second. Early on, no outs in the first inning for the Zap. This is an early opportunity to get some runs on the board. First pitch can be grounded over to Bachman. 2 hops, flips it to Reyes. Reyes corrals it. The throw to first. Sutton scoops it in time. Exactly what you need if you're Dylan Ritchie. Trust your defense, and that middle of the infield proves to be a black hole once again. My goodness, that is absolutely the worst possible thing that could have happened right there if you are the Zap. Now 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Jacob Trustner in the cleanup spot. Runner on third base, 90 feet away from breaking the floodgates early. But an 0-1 count, he takes that one low. That is just disastrous. The one thing you can't do when you come up to the plate if you're Jared Heck with runners on first and second, no outs, against a pitcher the caliber of Dylan Ritchie is a double play and a ground ball directly to Ryan Bachman. Slider just misses, going to be called a ball. Count goes even 1-1. A beautiful pitch. Almost got Trustner to lean over. He's a little off balance right now as he wanted that pitch, but ultimately laid off it for the 1-1. On deck if needed is Joey Coolbaugh. He's manning right field today. Didn't see him in game one. Another new face in this Zap lineup. That one's going to be a weak ground ball back to Ritchie. He barehands it, corrals it. The throw to Sutton on the money. Early trouble with a leadoff single and a hit by pitch on the next one. But Dylan Ritchie gets out of it. A ground ball right back to him, ends the inning. We go to the bottom half of the first. The Sasquatch due up for the first time. It's Hoyer, Bledgy, and Bachman when we come back.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
Bryson Hoyer set the lead off for the Sasquatch here in the bottom of the first inning. The top of the first couldn't have gone any better. Looked like it was going to be a little bit of a disaster, maybe an early lead and an early hole to climb on if you're the Sasquatch. But the double play ball, Ryan Bachman to Reyes back over to first to Sutton, ruined any bit of momentum that the Zap had. And it leads to this. Bryson Hoyer takes ball one in the dirt. He's the leadoff hitter tonight. Manning center field, as always. Onto the bump. Graham Young for the Zap. He's going to try to settle down this Sasquatch lineup that put up 18 runs in game one. It was an absolute masterclass from top to bottom. Bryson Hoyer takes ball two upstairs, having a little bit of technical difficulties with some of our cameras here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. So for now, this is one of the only views you're going to get in this ball club. We really apologize for it. But I think this one's better than what the feed we're getting from the other one. Bryson gets hit by a pitch and starting off, picking up right where they left off, 7 hit by pitch in game one, and already first batter gets struck. 53rd hit by pitch in the season. Unreal. Bryson Hoyer takes his bag. We'll go through the defensive layout for the Zap in a moment. Parker Bledgy coming up to the plate now with the leadoff runner. In the field for the Zap team on the mound, Graham Young. Obviously, we already said that. Gavin Starcher going to catch him today. At first base, going to be Jacob Trustner manning second, Jackson Mix. Shortstop, Colin Marion, third base, Jared Heck in the outfield. It's going to be Colby Rich in left, Tyler Trapphagen in center, and at right field, Joey Coolball. Hoyer takes off, pitch in the dirt, doesn't even try. He looked like he didn't want to try. He pump faked the throw, was just going to take his defeat, and then tried it again, but was nowhere close. Bryson Hoyer steals the bag. He's already in scoring position. Gavin Starcher's debut today as the catcher. He has no recorded games in the field, but he has thrown a lot of innings this year. But he's getting a quick nod to go behind the dish by head coach Jamie Hedberger. That pitch going to be low and inside. Bledgy watches it, gets up 2-0. So 5 pitches so far. Graham Young has yet to find the strike zone. Not what you need early on if you are the Zap. Kind of picking up right where they've left off in the first game of this series, where the bottom of the 8th inning, it was not very pretty. That one low again, and it's ball 6. Right where they're picking up right where they left off in game one when Gage Huffman came in the bottom of the 8th inning. And, I'd have to look back at my stat sheet between innings, because there was a lot that happened that one. But a lot of bases loaded walks, a couple singles, but no grand slam. Hoyer with a nice lead over there at second base. Bledgy, the auto, taking the 3-0. It's going to be a strike. The first strike thrown all night by Graham Young. And it's a 3-1 count. Standing on deck, Ryan Bachman in the hole, DJ Van Atten. So right here, really want to get out here because you do not want to go in the meat and potatoes of this lineup with no outs. Dylan Ritchie did just that with the Zap, with that big double play ball. Not everyone can get that lucky. Beautiful breaking ball. Bledgy doesn't like it. It's a full count. Talked to Parker pregame a little bit about how his bat's been waking up. In Dickinson had himself a series to close out the Fremont trip as well, including that solo blast in game one. Full count now to Bledgy. Hoyer still on second. Mix backs off. Bledgy watches it, almost hit him in the shoulder, gets out of the way, and he'll take his walk. Was almost another hit by pitch, but Parker Bledgy jogs over to first base, and already 2 base runners. The same thing that happened to the Sasquatch in the top half. The Zap right back here in the bottom half. 2 runners on, no outs for the 3-4-5 spot of the Sasquatch lineup. Ryan Bachman, the second baseman, due up to the plate. Bachman hitting .313 in the season coming into this one. He's going to look to lay down a bunt. He does. It's a perfect bunt. Bounces weird on Starcher. He's going to get the play at first, but both runners advance. He had a chance at that one. The ball took a weird hop on Starcher. He went to barehanded off the grass, and it kind of bounced directly backwards. Almost gave him a little trouble, but beautiful from Gavin Starcher. His first real action that he's seen behind the dish is today, and for that to happen in the first inning, that is a play that definitely a good play to make for the first out. But now DJ Van Atten going to come up to the plate. Van Atten watches the breaking ball go high. Starcher tried to pull it back down. Missed. It's a 1-0 count. Sasquatch hitters watching the first pitch go, as they've done a lot all season. But right now, Graham Young just missing all of his spots early in the count, it seems, because he has been behind on every hitter so far except Ryan Bachman. That one's going to be a strike, evens up the count on the lower outer corner. Umpires for today, behind the dish for game one will be John Whitcraft, and in the field will be Clyde Millslagle. a different crew than we saw in the last home series. Manning today, seen both of these men so far this year. This is a different crew than we saw in the Prospects and Sockeye series. That one misses low, going to be a 2-1 count now to Van Atten. When we talk about bats waking up, DJ Van Atten, my goodness, 5 home runs, a team leading 5 home runs, and a team leading 10 RBIs in the season coming into this series. And he balked, and it's going to get a run in. My goodness. Well, the winning one right now, the leadoff run, and the one that opened up the gates here is going to be via a balk in Parker Bledgy. He drops the ball and balks, so not at all what you want to happen right there. Disastrous. And Bryson Hoyer's going to score on a balk. It's 1-0. DJ Van Atten still up to the plate. That one low and inside. Gets a strike zone on the breaking ball. Count goes 2-2. Put my head down for 1 minute to look at the averages, and Young just dropped it. Tried to just bring it up to his glove at waist level to get ready for the pitch, and the ball just fell. No rain here, so can't really blame it on the slipperiness. Van Atten's going to get a chopper up to second, past the glove, over to the second baseman, though. He'll be out at first, but another run comes across. It's a 2-0 lead early on for the Spearfish Sasquatch.
Up for the Sasquatch, shortstop, Luis Reyes.
Luis Reyes comes up to the plate now with 2 away, and the base path's empty. That almost went disastrous for the Sasquatch, because if you look at the replay, if you folks want to rewind, I know it from my brain already just up here. Graham Young almost snagged the one out of the air. He could have kept Bledgy at third and gotten the out, but it just got by him and allowed DJ Van Atten to get the RBI on his night. Reyes got the off day in game 1. He takes strike 1 early on. The first hitter that Young's got ahead on in this game so far is Luis Reyes at the strike. Jack Naylor DHing today. He stands on deck. See if he gets some rips. Reyes watches that breaking ball go low. A lot of off-speed stuff early on from Graham Young. It's an 0-2 count. Now we'll see what Reyes does. Looks like he's choked up a little bit. Got to see if the swing gets short here in an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Young. Breaking ball, got him. Another front foot slider, and Graham Young gets out of it, but not before 2 runs come across the board. 0 hits, but 2 runs, and a 2-0 lead for the Sasquatch after 1 inning of play here in game 1.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice strike.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Second inning action here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and it's going to be Joey Kubal, the right fielder, going in the left-hand batter's box to lead off. Dylan Ritchie, a little bit of trouble with the leadoff single from Jackson Mix, then hitting Kyle Marion on the very next pitch, but gets out of it quickly as the first pitch is fouled off from Kubal. It was that 4-6 3-double play, that black hole in the middle infield. Ryan Bachman and Luis Reyes. Can't stress enough how valuable that duo is to this team, not just offensively, both being big parts of the middle of the lineup, but defensively, it's just absurd the things that these men can do. 0-2 count as that one's fouled off. Ritchie ahead early on Joey Kubal. Standing on deck, Gavin Starcher, the catcher, and in the hole. Trenton Ducksher, he's going to be the DH. Here's the 0-2. Low inside, froze him. 3 pitches, 2 fouled off, and then freezes him on the 0-2. Dylan Ritchie gets the first out of the inning quickly and efficiently. Unreal. And now it's going to be Gavin Starcher getting his first at-bat of the season. That was an ugly take right there. That's a beautiful spot from Dylan Ritchie. Tries to bunt down third base line. It's perfect. Ritchie bare hands it. No throw. And Starcher's going to reach on an infield single. A perfectly placed bunt caught everyone off guard. You don't necessarily see the catcher in the 6th spot come up and lay down a 1-out bunt, but a perfect bunt right there from Gavin Starcher. Got to jump out of the left-hand batter's box, took off, and Dylan Ritchie had no play. A good job and good awareness by him to just eat that ball and not risk an error and overthrow. Coming up, Trenton Dukeshire is going to come up to the plate. Excuse me for butchering that earlier. He's going to put a ground ball weakly. Ritchie's going to have to barehand it again. The throw over to the bag in time, but the runner advances to second. There's 2 away. A swinging bunt right there from the designated hitter for the Zap. Gets a runner in scoring position once again, but now, once again, also 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. The 8th spot, Tyler Trapphagen coming up to the plate, the center fielder tonight. On the season, 267 coming into the series. Did not start in game 1. We did see him later on in the game. Ritchie's, no one's going to hold the runner at second. He's going to call time on the mound. Field umpire Clyde Milslegel is going to give him time. He steps off, steps back on. Still no one holding the runner. Bachman and Reyes in their normal positions, just worried about a ground ball. Nothing's been hit really hard aside from the line drive single that Jackson Mix just poked over the head of Luis Reyes. Decent sized lead at second for Starcher. Reyes going to go back to hold him. Ritchie's going to step off. He does not like that. A lot of runners have successfully stolen on the Sasquatch this year, but the way Keegan Weston's been throwing the ball lately, I'd be interested to see if Starcher wants to test him going down to third, especially with the lefty in the box and no distraction and no one in the way at all of Weston. Be an interesting opportunity, an interesting choice to decide to take off. First pitch misses outside at the 1-0 count. On deck, the 9 spot, Colby Rich. And then in the hole at the top of the order, Jackson Mix, who led off this game with that rope of a single in the left field. Reyes backs off. Here's the pitch. That one's low. Gets away from Weston. Runner stays put. It's a 2-0 count. Looks like Dukeshire looks like Coolball at second is doing a great job of distracting Ritchie. But he has not been able to locate this at bat. Gavin Starcher's at second base. My goodness. Reading is hard. 2-0 count from Ritchie. Reyes going to hold the runner back off. That one low and away, gets the zone. Beautiful frame from Weston to stick his glove out there and hold it. Gets the strike call. It's 2-1. The left fielder, Colby Rich, on deck if needed, but 2 away. Could retire him right here with Tyler Trapphagen, the center fielder. Right-handed Colby Rich standing on deck. We'll have to see what it brings. 2-0 game already for the Sasquatch, despite not having a hit. That one's fouled off. Count goes even at 2-2 with 2 away. Runner on second. The 2s are wild here in Spearfish. Big spot for Ritchie right now. Already 2 runners in scoring position in this game for the Zap. Last inning, got nothing out of it, stranding a runner at third base. We'll have to see if Trapphagen can change that trend that's carrying over all the way from game 1. 2-2 count with 2 away. Reyes backs off. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. We'll see another 2-2. Trapphagen on the season has 4 RBIs, a chance to get number 5 right here if he can poke one to the center field, although we've already seen the Zap try to test the arm of Bryson Hoyer in center field, and it didn't necessarily end well in game 1. So we'll have to see if they're a little bit more cautious sending runners around from third if there's going to be a relay throw from center. Here's a 2-2 once again. Upstairs, swings at the chin. An ugly swing, but it's a strikeout. Tyler Trapphagen goes down swinging, another runner in scoring position, stranded for the Zap. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Sasquatch trying to get more runs on their lead. It's Jack Naylor, Jack Sutton, and Gage Crott due up when we come back.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Bottom half of the second inning, Jack Naylor going to lead off for the Sasquatch. He is in the designated hitter spot today, batting sixth, and then Jack Sutton and Gage Crott on deck and in the hole respectively. First pitch, another breaking ball. Seems to be Graham Young's bread and butters already so far. The pitch he's located the best in this game has been that one. 0-1 count to Naylor. Watches that one come up. A little bit of chin music on that one. Watch it go for a ball. 1-1 count for Naylor if you're just joining us in the bottom half of the first inning. Yet to get their first hit of the Sasquatch, but 2 runs came across the board when Bryson Hoyer was hit. Parker Bledgy was walked. And then disastrous when Bachman did a sack bunt to get them over in scoring position. Graham Young with runners on second and third and 1 away. DJ Van Atten at the plate. Came around to collect the ball at his waist and just dropped it and balked home a run. Naylor's going to foul that one off directly back to the Sasquatch dugout. I'm not sure. I can't make out a number or a face from here, but whoever that was did not flinch at that ball at all. It looks like Bryson Hoyer did not flinch at all when that ball came directly towards him. Netting in front of course, but still the human reaction necessarily to flinch. 2-2 count. Upstairs gets away from the catcher Starcher. Count goes full to lead-off hitter. It's Jack Naylor. If you're the Zap right now, you got to think, just get some quick and easy outs. Already down 2-0. Haven't even let up a hit yet. After letting up 18 runs in game 1. Not what you want to do. Naylor goes down to swing and a miss to lead off the inning on a full count pitch. A beautiful pitch from Graham Young and a quick strikeout to start the inning. 6 pitches. It's going to be 1 K to start out the inning. Jack Sutton comes up with 1 away. The second straight strikeout struck out Reyes to end the first inning and now strikes out Naylor to begin the second. Jack Sutton up to the plate now. Has been phenomenal and he keeps up going. A little blooper into left center field. He's going to get a single. He's been hot lately, and he keeps it going right there with a 1-out single. Jack Sutton aboards first, and now Gage Crott comes up to the plate. The speedy Gage Crott manning left field today. The man from Belfouche, South Dakota. Really a utility player for the Sasquatch squad. Wherever you need him to go, he plays. Pitches some innings when you need him to. Most recently, you saw him pitch 3 beautiful innings against that prospects team. Fouls off the first pitch. Against the Sockeyes team where he pitched those beautiful innings that gave the Sasquatch a chance to come back. The same series, the Sockeyes and the Prospects back-to-back in a 6-game homestand. But it was a Sockeyes game. He pitched beautifully, and he finds himself manning left field with a little bit of speed added in the 8 spot. Sutton takes the lead. Crott ropes one in the left field for a single. It drops right in front of Rich, and it's another single. Now runners on first and second. Gage Crott absolutely roped that one.
Next up for the Sasquatch, catcher, Keegan Weston.
Keegan Weston comes up to plate. The 9-hole hitter on deck, the top of the order. Bryson Hoyer ready to roll over for the second time today in the second inning. Crott in the season hitting just above 220 coming into the series and ropes his first one he sees today. A well-hit ball into left field for another single. Now Keegan Weston comes to the plate. He takes strike 1 low. Weston had that RBI single with the bases loaded, as well as a walk that led off that big 8th inning. So he appeared in the backstretch of game 1, was 1 for 1 with an RBI. That one low, it's going to be a 1-1 count to the Sasquatch catcher and 9-hole hitter. Weston on the season hasn't found himself yet hitting-wise, but defensively at the catcher position, he's been everything that head coach Jarrett Hunt wants. Been a great spot in his catcher rotation where we've seen Ben Seminara step in, Keegan Weston, as he hits that one softly in the center field. Coming in, goes back as Traphagen. Came in a little bit too much, took 1 step back. He makes the catch. Weston pokes one in the center field for the second out of the inning, and now 2 away. Bryson Hoyer comes up, runners in scoring position, trying to get by another run and get number 3 of the day. Hoyer was hit on the 3rd pitch of his at-bat, was up 2-0 in the count, and then got nailed by a pitch in the left leg, and now comes up to the plate with runners in scoring position. The leadoff hitter, Bryson Hoyer, also stole a bag and came across to score the first run of the game via a balk from Graham Young. Mixed backs off on Sutton at second. Here's the pitch to Hoyer. He skies that one high into right field. Cool ball coming in. He's going to make the catch on the run. 2 runners on, but no damage done. Bryson Hoyer flies out to right field to end the inning. We go to the third. Sasquatch leading 2-0 in this one. The Zap trying to mount a comeback and get back in this one early before we get to the back half.
Replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Colby Rich in the 9 spot going to lead off the top of the 3rd inning here for the Zap. 2 hits in this one. No runs come across the board. They have stranded 2 runners in scoring position, 1 at 3rd and 1 at 2nd. That one's going to be a chopper towards Bachman. Moves over, takes a hop, and goes into center field. It's going to be a leadoff single for Colby Rich. He's going to go for second. Hoyer, the throw, they gunned him by a mile. What kind of base running is that? That was an awful decision. You do not try to catch Bryson Hoyer off guard. He's out at second. Gets the single, but I don't know what that was. I guess maybe he thought that Bachman kept running. His momentum carried him. No one was covering the bag, but Reyes just walked on over to the bag, got him by a mile. There was no chance. That is not what you do trailing in a ball game. Jackson Mix comes up to the plate. He singled and put the line drive right past Ritchie, and it's going to be to Reyes. Can't make the play. That's going to be a single. A well-hit ball from Jackson Mix. He is now 2 for 2 with 2 singles on his night. We'll see if the men behind him in the order can try to bring him around. He was stranded at 3rd base last inning, or last time he was up to the plate in the 1st inning. Had that leadoff single, was stranded at 3rd base after the 4-6-3 double play. Cleared the right side, left him at 3rd, and then Jacob Trustner in the cleanup spot grounded out right to Dylan Ritchie. We'll see if the 2-3-4 spot can do something different here. 1 away to Kalma Marion. He takes the first pitch low in the dirt. Weston scoops it up. Runner stays put at the 1-0 count. What's got to sting right now, if you're the Zap, is thinking, if you don't try that risk, I don't know who sent him, if that was the first base coach's decision or if that was just Colby Rich trying to be greedy and get an extra bag, you could have runners on 1st and 2nd or even runners at 1st and 3rd. That one's going to be a weak chopper past the glove of Ritchie. Bachman charging in, and a collision! Oh my goodness, you have to call him out. Eject him now. No way, Bachman is down. You have to eject Jackson Mix after that one if you are field umpire Clyde Millslagle. No way he remains in the game after that. I have never seen something like that. He can't even say he caught him off guard. He put both his elbows into him. Get him out of here. He's obviously out the plate, but I want someone else at 2nd base for the Zap. No way he stays in this one. An absolute boneheaded move right there. And Bachman's down. We're going to take a break while he's being attested to. Hopefully he's all right. We're back after that scary sight right there. Jackson Mix lowers the elbows into the head of Ryan Bachman in the second baseline. A dirty play in the base pass, supposed to get out of the way by rule, but Bachman's going to have to come out of the game, probably getting into concussion protocol right now. So a little bit of defensive shuffle. Parker Bledgey's going to take over second base. And then Chaz Crook is going to play third base now in replace of Ryan Bachman in the lineup. Wow, can't believe that just happened. There's 2 away. Runner reaches first on a fielder's choice. Mix was ruled out at second base. He would have been safe in scoring position if he would have just let Ryan throw at the first, but they elect to get the runner out at scoring position. So 2 away in this one, an 0-1 count to Jared Heck. Put the ground ball on the third base line, and foul, going to be a quick 0-2 count. Prayers out to Ryan Bachman, hope he's okay. Really one of the heart and souls of this Sasquatch team. 2 away in this one. 0-2 count with 2 away, a chance to get the third. Swing and a miss, he got him. Goes fishing in the dirt, it's lost in Weston's legs. He corrals it, throw over to first is high into the outfield. Disastrous. They're going to send the runner around from third. He's going to hold up. They learned their lesson. But wow, an ending strikeout, but reaches first base. Keegan Weston sails the throw over the head of Jack Sutton, and this inning's going to keep on going. A strikeout swinging and an error on Keegan Weston. Has Heck on first and Mamarian on third base. Jacob Trustner comes up to the plate now with a chance. One swing in the back could put them in the lead or at least chip into this one with a single. Have to see if Heck decides to take off. I would have to assume he might try, and that one's going to hit him. Trustner gets hit in the back, slipped away from Richie, and it's going to be bases juiced. Joey Coolball is going to come up to the plate now with the bases loaded, and a chance with a single into the outfield ties this game at 2.
Right fielder, Joey Coolball.
Head coach Jared Hunt's going to go talk to Dylan Ritchie a little bit. Got to wonder what this one's going to be about. Maybe just calming him down in this bases loaded situation. Want to keep your team in the lead, especially with one of your best players defensively and offensively being basically taken out of this game by the Zap. I'll be interested to see if Jackson Mix jogs back out to second base and what they did, because by rule, if the ball's hit like that, you're supposed to hold up and let the fielder come through, as we've seen the Sasquatch do so many times this year, or go around them and get out of the base paths, as we saw Chaz Crook do in the last home series that got the prospects coach going crazy before the Ryan Bachman Grand Slam. So right there, Mix just decided to go right through Bachman, so I'd be interested to see. He was ruled out at second base, if he's going to trot back out the second to play second base after the conclusion of this inning. But for now, mound visit over. It's going to be Joey Coolball with the bases juiced and a chance to tie this one early. Top of the third, a chance to tie it. It's a 7-inning game, so we're nearing that halfway point of this game. And right here, Dylan Ritchie, bases loaded, a big opportunity. In the dirt, Weston keeps it in front, keeps the runner over at third. Mamarian thought about it. It's going to be a 1-0 count to Coolball. Gavin Starcher on deck if needed. We'll have to see if Ritchie can get out of this one, have more runners stranded in scoring position for the Zap. Ritchie brings the ball to his waist, puts the pitch outside, paints the corner beautifully with a fastball. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Coolball lifted the bat off the shoulder, but didn't look like he was even going to try to swing at that one. It's a 1-1 count to the right fielder. A big spot to be in. Coolball went down looking on a beautiful 3-pitch AB to lead off the second. Swings at that one in the dirt. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Fooled him on that one, and Dylan Ritchie's one pitch away from getting out of this jam. We'll see if Ritchie can keep the trend going, or if Joey Coolball can get some runs on the board. Ritchie waves off the first sign, waves off the second. My guess would be he's got 2 breaking balls and he wants to throw the heat. I'd expect the fastball if I'm Joey Coolball right now with a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2, heater outside. Weston tried to stick his glove right there. They tried to paint the low and away corner that Ritchie's been doing so well with all night. Misses, going to be a 2-2 count with 2 away. I'd have to expect either a back foot slider or a heater outside. There's no in between. He's gotten a few swings and misses upstairs, but I'm not sure what I would expect right here after seeing that fastball just miss. Breaking ball low and inside. The Sasquatch thought he got it. Ritchie doesn't get the call. Full count with 2 away. I'd expect a fastball right here. That pitch was close, but a good call by home plate umpire John Whitcraft, just missed. And now 1 pitch away from a run coming across the board. 3-2, 2 away. Dylan Ritchie trying to retire Joey Coolball with the bases juiced. Here's the pitch. It's a heater. That one's going to be drilled over to Crook. Barely moves back and makes the catch. 6'9" million Chaz Crook makes the catch at the hot corner after coming in as a replacement for the injured Ryan Bachman. Bases are juiced and you get no runs. The Zap leave more runners in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the third. Sasquatch looking to put the hurt on and make it more than just their 2-run lead they contain right now.
All going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Parker Bledgy going to lead off here in the bottom of the third inning for the Sasquatch. And then on deck, the man who made the final out of the last inning, Chaz Crook, who took over third base. Bledgy, now the second baseman, walked and came around to score the second run of the game in the bottom of the first inning. Right now, the insurance run for the Sasquatch. Bledgy watches the breaking ball go outside, paint the outer third. A good front door slider catches the zone. It's going to be a 1-0 or an 0-1 count. 2, 3, 4 due up. Bledgy, Crook, and Van Atten due up for the Sasquatch here in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bledgy swings and waves at that one. Count's going to go 0-2. Since that little debacle where he dropped the ball on the balk, looked great. Graham Young has looked phenomenal. And he's been commanding his own really well, looking for his third strikeout since. Bledgy's going to foul that one off. He's going to live to see another pitch. Struck out Reyes to end that bottom of the first, and then struck out Naylor to start out the bottom of the second. Had a little bit of trouble as he allowed Sutton and Croth to reach via singles into the left field, left center. But then Keegan Weston and Bryson Hoyer fly out respectively to center and right field. And since, I mean, that little hiccup in the first inning is a good sense. The only hard hit ball coming from Gage Crott. Bledgy's going to hit a weak one over to short. Mamarian's going to go into shallow left field and get it. First out of the inning's going to come quickly. Parker Bledgy, a well-hit ball just in front of it, and Kyle Mamarian goes back and makes the catch.
Up for the Sasquatch, third baseman, Chaz Crook.
Chaz Crook playing third base for the Sasquatch now after that little situation in the last half inning. He lines up in the 3 spot now and third base, made that beautiful catch on a ball hit at his forehead basically, but I mean, if that's Parker Bledgy at third, he's got to jump and maybe we see 1 or 2 runs come across, but Chaz Crook standing in at third base just barely had to reach up. That one misses, going to be a 2-0 count. I mean, all 6'4" Chaz Crook right there, barely had to move for that one. It kind of went right into his glove. Kind of a blessing in disguise to have to put him in the game at third base. He's up 2-0 on Young, looking for another 1-out base runner. Swing and foul that one off, back into the catcher and into home plate umpire John Whitcraft. 2-1 to Crook now, looking for a 1-out single. We had a 1-out single last inning from Jack Sutton, followed by another single by Gage Crott, but unfortunately they were stranded at first and second, respectively. Crook's going to wave and miss at the breaking ball. It's a beautiful front foot slider once again, and Graham Young just painting the outer third, that front foot slider, and the Sasquatch can't touch it. It's going to be a 2-2 count to Crook now. Sun coming out from behind the clouds here in Spearfish, South Dakota, making the grass a little bit greener. Another slider. This one just misses. Crook lays off at the full count. DJ Van Atten standing on deck. Luis Reyes, if needed, in the hole. Those two due up for the second time. Chaz Crook has that Fremont series on the road, that 6-game road stretch with Fremont Dickinson. In Fremont, hit 2 home runs, 2 towering home runs for that matter. Did not start a game in Dickinson and walks right here. Takes his base, a 3-2 slider in the outer third. That's Graham Young's bread and butter. He failed to locate it 2 times in a row, and Chaz Crook gonna jog over to first base for a 1-out base runner once again via walk. DJ Van Atten comes up to the plate. He grounded out to second base, got that RBI to score Bledgy. That's right now the insurance run for the Sasquatch. Back in his first at-bat in the first. First pitch can be taken for a strike. A nice pitch from Young. And it's going to be an 0-1 count. Looks like it was a little bit outside, but good job by Starcher to pull it in and get that inner third. 0-1 count to the Sasquatch right fielder, 0 for 1 on the day, looking to get his first hit. Fouls that one off. Count goes 0-2 quickly. Luis Reyes standing on deck. He struck out in his last plate appearance. He's looking for a little bit of revenge, I can already tell you. He went back to that dugout pretty upset. He has not liked striking out, and he went back and he made some adjustments. I'm excited to see him. Van Atten with an 0-2 count. Crook on first. Here's the 0-2. Hit him! DJ Van Atten. It looked like a slider. He tried to go outside. Starcher was setting up outside. It's the 4th time DJ Van Atten's been hit in this series alone. And we have only played, if my math is correct, not even 12 full innings.
115 miles per hour.
Wow. Nonetheless, runners on first and second. This is just an inverted order of how the Sasquatch got 2 runners on in the first inning. It was Hoyer getting hit in the first pitch, or the first at-bat, and then Bledgy walking. This one, it's Crook walking first, then Van Atten getting hit on an 0-2 count. That is just not what you want to do. Brings up Luis Reyes. Ended the first inning with a strikeout swinging, and now comes up with an RBI opportunity with 2 runners on, 1 being in scoring position. Chaz Crook at second. Ball 1 outside to Reyes. It's a 1-0 count to the Sasquatch shortstop. Brings the ball to the chest. Gets a sign. Here's the pitch. Reyes puts a chopper up second. Beautiful glove over at second. Flips it to short. Mamarian the throw. Jackson Nix, a beautiful reaction off 1 hop. Flashes the leather. It's a 4-6-3 to end the Sasquatch threat. Chaz Crook gets stranded at third base. No runs in the bottom of the third. We go to the 4th inning here in this game 1 of a 7-inning doubleheader. It's 2-0 Sasquatch. Gavin Starcher going to lead off here in the top of the fourth. Dylan Ritchie, 33 pitches through his night through 3 innings. Pitch number 34 is going to miss for a ball to the leadoff hitter, Starcher. Gavin Starcher had that bunt single back in the 2nd inning. He was stranded at second base, takes a big hack at that one upstairs, misses, going to be a 1-1. Have to see what Starcher can do. He has innings pitched this year. This is his first game in the field. He's going to look to lay down another bunt, and he missed. Going to be a strike, missed on the bunt attempt. And now the 1-2, he can't bunt again. He tried to catch Crook off guard a little bit and get another bunt single. He had a perfectly placed bunt down the third base line that caught Bledgy off guard in the 2nd. That was when Parker Bledgy was still at 3rd. Swings and waves it down at the letters. Dylan Ritchie gets that one to go by him for another strikeout on his night. Starcher goes down swinging to lead off the 4th.
Designated hitter, Trenton Dukeshire.
Trenton Dukeshire is going to come with the plate, the DH. He grounded out to Dylan Ritchie for the 2nd out of the inning that advanced Gavin Starcher to 2nd. But grounded out. Ritchie, a beautiful breaking ball, finds the zone, and 0-1 count. Worked the outer third exactly like Graham Young has done in this one, and now Ritchie up 0-1 on Dukeshire. Tyler Traphagen standing on deck. Checks his swing in the dirt. Weston wants to offer to first. First base umpire's not even paying attention. He's talking to Jack Sutton. They will offer. He didn't go, but I don't think it mattered what he said because home plate umpire John Whitcraft was fed up but trying to get his attention. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Ritchie. That one's going to be hit over to Crook. Moving over to his left. Spins around. Throw on the money in the dirt a little bit, but Sutton, no problem there at first. Beautiful from Chaz Crook at 3rd. Tyler Traphagen comes up to the plate now with 2 away, trying to make this anything but a 1-2-3 inning for Dylan Ritchie, who's already working only on 33 pitches coming into the night. You want to try to get his pitch count up because this guy could give you not a fun time for 7 innings of work. Pitch 41 on deck. Tyler Traphagen struck out swinging on 3 straight pitches. Takes the first pitch up and away for ball 1. Colby Rich standing on deck. Singled in his last plate appearance. Was thrown out trying to extend it to a double. Chops that one fouled on the first base line. Sutton giving chase, but it rolls over to the Sasquatch bullpen. It's going to be a 1-1 count to Tyler Traphagen. Saw 3 pitches in his last at-bat. Struck out on all 3 of them. A beautiful display from Ritchie. We'll have to see if he can do it again. Beautiful breaking ball. Fooled him by a mile. He ducked out of the way like it was going to hit him. It drops middle. My goodness, Tyler Traphagen had no idea what just hit him. It's a 1-2 count. Same exact pitch. That's an at-bat you don't want to have. 2 straight pitches where you have absolutely no idea what just occurred. Tyler Traphagen goes back to the dugout looking to end the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Naylor, Sutton, Crott due up for the Squatch. Jack Naylor set the lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Graham Young back out onto the bump for another inning of work. He has looked spectacular since having that little hiccup as Naylor skies that one in center field. Traphagen goes back, and the first pitch is a fly out to center field from the designated hitter. Right on cue. He's looked pretty good since that little hiccup in the 1st inning where he balked home a run and then had that one get right by his glove that DJ Van Atten got another run in. But since then, there has been 2 one-out base runners. We'll see if Jack Sutton can keep that trend going. Sutton watches that pitch at the chin, miss. It's 1-0. Both innings since then struck out Naylor to lead off the 2nd. Jack Sutton then got a 1-out single, and then Parker Bledgy flew out to shortstop. Chaz Crook walked to get a 1-out base runner again. Breaking ball tried to get him on a front door slider. It misses on the inside. And it's going to be a 2-0 count. Jack Sutton, since he got here, his bat's been hot. He already has 1 hit tonight. We'll see if he can make it 2. That one at the head, he gets out of the way. Was almost another hit by pitch for the Sasquatch. Would have been number 3 already on the night. And it would have been number 10 on the year. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. This has got to be an auto take, I'd assume, from Sutton. And it is. Up at the chin. He gets out of the way. That one wasn't even close. It would have hit him. But Jack Sutton just takes his 4-pitch walk. It's another 1-out base runner. The 2nd time Jack Sutton's got on with 1 away.
Left fielder, Gage Crott.
Gage Crott comes up to the plate now. The left fielder, he singled on a hard hit ball in the left field on his last plate appearance. Advanced Sutton to 2nd, and then unfortunately the inning ended after that. Could not get those 2 advanced, stranded them at 1st and 2nd respectively. We'll see if Crott can get another one. That one misses upstairs and in again. Young has had trouble with that exact spot this inning. Gotta wonder if that's going to keep going. He just keeps aiming for the head, it looks like, but just getting away. Here's the 1-0 count to Crott. That one misses inside again, a little bit lower than his other spots, but misses, and Starcher wants a word with his right-handed pitcher. I would want a word, too. That is 6 straight pitches that have all missed up and in. You got to try. At some point, if something's broken, you just got to stop going to it and try to get something else to work. Going to talk to him a little bit. Starcher probably telling him, hey, let's go back to that front door slider that gets the outer third. Now a 2-0 count to Gage Crott. Starcher goes back behind the dish. Young settles in onto the bump. Crott with a single already on his night, looking for his 2nd hit or to get on base at least for the 2nd time. Keegan Weston standing on deck. Sutton thought about taking off. He tried to catch Young off guard, realized it wasn't going to work, hit the brakes, and went directly back to 1st. Young's going to step off and go back on. I'd have to imagine Sutton is not going to take off again. Takes a big lead. That one inside again. It's a 3-0 count. All 7 of the last 7 straight pitches have almost hit a Sasquatch batter. That is absurd. It is a 3-0 count with 1 away to Gage Crott. Here's the pitch from Young, and it's ball 8. Another one misses up and in from Young, and it's going to be 2 straight 4-pitch walks. A runner in scoring position. Jack Sutton walks to 2nd base. Gage Crott, that was an auto take if I've ever seen one. Never seen an auto take that bad where the batter just is standing with their knees locked straight up. Gage Crott had absolutely no intention of even being in the box for that pitch, but it's ball 8 nonetheless, and now the Sasquatch runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 away. Keegan Weston up to the plate with Bryson Hoyer standing on deck if needed. Let's see what Weston can do. He flew out to center field in his last at bat. Young has had a little bit of trouble since getting that first pitch out to Jack Naylor on a fly ball to center field. Wasn't up and in, it was up and away. It's ball 1. Missed on a different corner for the first time in this inning, and it's ball 1 to Keegan Weston. You got to think, if you're Weston, after watching those 2 at-bats, you're not swinging at anything until he proves you that he can locate. That one's low. Starcher brings it back up, gets the call in the lower third. It's 1-1. First strike of the inning thrown, even though the ball of the Naylor was in the strike zone. Wasn't called a strike as he swung on it and lifted it to center field. 1-1 count to Weston. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from Starcher. Runners take off, turns away. The throw on the wrong side of the bag. Sutton's in standing up. He would have been out if that throw is even remotely close, but it's on the complete wrong side of the bag. Starcher had to rush the throw. Runners are at second and third. Now Weston with a chance to get 2 RBIs in his night. He had an RBI in game 1. As with the bases loaded, he got a pitch to hit and put a nicely hit single in the left center gap. We'll see if he can add 2 more to his series stats right here with runners on second and third. He puts that one down the right field line. Gonna give a little trouble. It's gonna drop. It goes all the way to the wall. Weston's gonna go to second. 2 runs are gonna score. It's gonna be a 2 RBI double for Keegan Weston, who thought about 3, but he's gonna hit the brakes. Keegan Weston, a beautiful opposite field double, scores 2, doubles the lead to 4. A little bit of trouble from Graham Young this inning. He worked through the second and the third pretty efficiently, and since then got the first out on Naylor. We thought maybe it was another quick inning for the Squatch Bats, but no. It was 8 straight balls that walked Sutton and Crott, and then Keegan Weston turns on one down the right field line, gets an opposite field 2 RBI double to make the lead 4 and get himself in scoring position for the top of the order, Bryson Hoyer. Hoyer, last time he had a runner in scoring position, flew out to right field. We'll have to see if he can put a ball opposite once again, maybe get this one to drop. That one just misses the inner third on the inside. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Young looks like he might be getting a little flustered out there on the mound. 1-0 count to Bryson Hoyer. He was hit by a pitch to lead off this game and then flew out the right, so 0 for 1 on his night. Turns on that one, foul, goes off his left leg. A big hack at that one. But it's going to be a 1-1 count nonetheless. Young's going to step back onto the mound. Hoyer's going to step out a little bit, regroup himself, try to walk that one off. It always hurts to foul a ball off your left leg. Parker Bledgie's standing on deck. He's also 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. So both of the Sasquatch batters, Hoyer up and Bledgie on deck. They have 2 of the 4 runs, the first 2 runs of this game. Hoyer's going to chop that one over to third. Heck's going to make the play, try to hold Weston. He scoops it. Weston reads it, goes to third. Hoyer's out at first, but now Keegan Weston's 90 feet away. Beautiful base running from Keegan Weston right there. Hoyer grounds out, but Keegan Weston advances the bag and now is 90 feet away for Parker Bledgie. 0 for 1 with a walk. Parker Bledgie flew out to shallow left field that Kyle Mamarian ended up making the catch with in his last at-bat. We'll see if he can drive in. Keegan Weston. Big spot for Bledgie. Already 2 runs in this inning. It would be nice to get a third and make this a 5-0 game for Dylan Ritchie. Front door slider once again. That one finds a zone. Going back to the pitches that we saw in the conclusion of the first, the second, and the third inning is that front door slider that starts really on the inner third, goes to the outer third. That one started a little more in on Bledgie, caught the middle. 0-1 count to Parker Bledgie. Here's the pitch. Same exact pitch in a different spot. That one got in on the hand. He fouled it off. Count's going to go 0-2 to Bledgie with a runner on third. Montana State Billings University catcher at third and Keegan Weston, and Montana State University Billings infielder Parker Bledgie at the plate. Teammate looking to drive in teammate here in summer ball and Spearfish. 0-2 count with 2 away for Parker Bledgie. Young checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch. Bledgie checks his swing on that one in the dirt. He did not go. They will not offer. It's going to be a 1-2. They will offer. Probably adamant of Gavin Starcher behind the plate wanting it, but there was absolutely no chance that bat broke the plane. It's a 1-2 count. Chaz Crook standing on deck if needed. We'll see if Bledgie can work back from the 0-2. He already just got his first ball of the at-bat. It's a 1-2. Swing and a miss on that one. Graham Young gives up 2 runs but gets out of it, leaving a runner at third base. It's a 4-0 lead heading into the 5th inning. Colby Rich going to step up to the plate to lead off here in the top of the 5th inning. The Zap trying to solve Dylan Ritchie. They have 4 hits but are unable to get a run across the board as Rich swings at that one in the dirt. First strike one to lead off this inning. Colby Rich, if you remember, to lead off the 3rd inning, he singled in the center field and then greedily tried to extend it to a double and was gunned by Bryson Hoyer. So an interesting base running choice by him, and he fouls that one off. It's going to be an 0-2. Quickly an 0-2 pitch, or an 0-2 count at 2 low off-speed pitches. I'd have to expect potentially give him a heater at the letters, let him swing through it. They haven't touched anything above the letters or above the waist so far in terms of pitches. All their hits have come on low. Here's the pitch from Ritchie. Tried to get in the chase, another slider. It's a 1-2. Hey, if he did it twice, why not try to see if he'd do it a 3rd time? Good mentality by Ritchie onto the mound. Now a 1-2. This is where I'd probably have to expect the fastball upstairs. 1-2 count from Ritchie. Breaking ball outside. 4 straight breaking balls, and Colby Rich can't catch up to any of them. It's a 4-pitch strikeout to lead off the 5th. Another strikeout on the night, and that is his 5th strikeout of the game. 3 of his strikeouts now have been looking. Jackson Mix steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Also had that play back in a further inning that took Ryan Bachman out of the game. Dylan Ritchie, first pitch strike to Jackson Mix. I think everyone was expecting him. Maybe that pitch was going to be a little bit more inside and give Mix a little bit of a scare, but nonetheless it's 0-1 from Ritchie. Swing and a miss on that one. Sorted him. It's an 0-2 count. 0-2 quickly, and we'll see if Ritchie can get him down on 3 straight pitches. Looking for another strikeout. He struck out Trapphagen to end the 4th, struck out Rich to begin this inning, and now up 0-2 on Jackson Mix, who has 2 of the 4 hits that the Zap team has off Dylan Ritchie. Here's the pitch, 0-2. That one's going to be lifted softly into left center. Hoyer veers over, settles under, makes the catch. It's not a strikeout, but Mix is retired for the 2nd out quickly. It's going to bring up Kyle Mamarian, trying to make this anything but a 1-2-3 inning for the 2nd straight inning.
Next up is that shortstop, Kyle Marion.
Kyle Mamarian comes up to the plate. Marion was hit by a pitch and then was victim of that fielder's choice when Jackson Mix decided to run over Ryan Bachman down the 2nd base line. Checks his swing on that one low. It was a ball. They'll offer. He went. Broke the plane on the pitch low. He chased it. It's an 0-1 count. So an 0-1 count now for Dylan Ritchie. Checked his swing again. This time he didn't go. He tried to go back to the well and get him to bite again. Leaves off. It's going to be a 1-1 count. 1-1 count from Ritchie to Mamarian. Swings on that one, fouls it off. Another breaking ball. We haven't seen Ritchie throw his fastball in this inning more than I want to say 1 time. It's been straight breaking balls, and he threw 4 straight breaking balls to Colby Rich, and he missed every single one of them. See if he just got the word. He has not even thrown a fastball this inning. There's the first one. It's upstairs. It misses on the 1-2. Count goes 2-2. The first fastball of the inning from Dylan Ritchie right there. Got Rich to go down on 4 breaking balls. Jackson Mix went down on 3 pitches with a fly out to center field. And that one chopped away. Another 2-2 pitch will be seen from Kyle Mamarian, putting up more of a fight than his 2 previous teammates have in the batter's box. Jared Heck standing on deck if needed. Jacob Trustner in the hole. But we'll see if Ritchie can take care of Mamarian and get his 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning. That one's going to be hit over to Reyes. He charges in, makes the throw on the money in time. Another 1-2-3. 2 straight 1-2-3 innings, 6 batters, 6 outs for Dylan Ritchie. He's through 5, and he has been spectacular. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sasquatch leading 4-0, looking to try and extend that lead and give Dylan Ritchie more of a cushion.
Third baseman, Chaz Crook.
Chaz Crook going to lead off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, already down to the home stretch of Game 1, being a 7-inning Game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 1 and 2 will both be 7 innings. So in the bottom of the 5th inning, Chaz Crook's going to lead off here. 6 outs remaining for the Zap when they come up to the plate in the top of the 6th to try to solve Dylan Ritchie. Crook's going to turn on the first pitch, send it over to third. Heck makes a sliding play to throw to first. Jared Heck, a beautiful play moving to his left, slides over in one motion and gets it over to first for a quick, easy leadoff out. DJ Van Atten comes up to the plate.
Up for the Sasquatch. Right fielder.
Has an RBI on his night and was hit by the 4th pitch that he's been hit by in this series in his last at-bat. We'll see if he can get something other than, no, he does not. He has to move out of the way of that one, too. I don't know what the obsession with the Zap in hitting DJ Van Atten is, but he now leads the Sasquatch with 9 hit-by pitches on the year. He could be the first one to double digits in the Independence League. Big swing and a miss at that breaking ball. A big hack at that one low in the zone. It's a 1-1 count. I don't remember the last time Van Atten was hit. It was on an 0-2 count, so we'll have to see what happens here. But a 1-1 count. That was a beautiful front door slider from Young. That one upstairs. It was chin high, but more in the middle. It's a 2-1 count. He's missed high a lot in the last 2 innings. Gotta think he'd try to paint the bottom of the zone. Waves off the first sign, waves off the second sign, gets a sign he likes. Starcher sets up outside. I expect to see a slider. And you do. That one misses up and in. Starcher was setting up on the outside of the plate. I think that was supposed to be one that catches the lower outer third, but instead it catches the upper inner third, so the polar opposite of what Gavin Starcher called. 3-1 count to Van Atten and Luis Reyes standing on deck. Here's the pitch. That one, a breaking ball, misses. Young doesn't know where, but Van Atten's going to take his free base once again. DJ Van Atten walks over to first. Luis Reyes comes up to the plate. DJ Van Atten has been up to the plate 9 times in this series. He has been hit 4 times, and he has walked 3 times. I don't even know how that works. Luis Reyes comes up to the plate now with 1 away and a runner on first, being DJ Van Atten, who has a very conservative lead over at first. Reyes watches that one miss low and in. Gets the first one, 1-0. Reyes gone into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 3rd inning after runners on first and second from Crook walking and Van Atten when he was struck by an 0-2 pitch. Big swing and miss at that one in the dirt. It was a great spot from Young, and it's a 1-1 count to Reyes. Jack Naylor standing on deck. He's also 0 for 2. Reyes looking for his first hit of the game, and so will Naylor if he is able to step up to the plate here in this inning. Van Atten still with maybe a 1-step lead at most. Reyes going to sky that one into foul territory. It's going to get out, and it's going to be a 1-2 count. He'll see another pitch. 1-2 to Luis Reyes, the Sasquatch shortstop. Jack Naylor on deck. Jack Sutton in the hole. 5-6, 2 up for the Sasquatch here with DJ Van Atten, the cleanup batter, standing on first base. 4-0 lead, only 3 hits. Gotta think it's just the free passes that the Zap team has been giving out. We'd have to count throughout the break on how many it's been. Reyes watches that one upstairs, 2-2. Do a quick math right here. 7 total free passes via walk or hit by pitch in this game so far for this Sasquatch team. So despite 3 hits, 10 base runners. Reyes chops that one foul. It got in on the hands. He just pokes it foul on the first base line. Another 2-2 pitch coming right up. If that one stayed fair, it would have definitely advanced Van Atten over in the scoring position. Reyes would have been probably out at first, I'd have to assume. But with how far Mix is playing over, maybe expecting a double play ball, you never know if Trustner comes in at first, if anyone's going to even be covering the bag. Could be an infield single. Here's a 2-2. Reyes going to poke that one down the right field line and foul past the Sasquatch bullpen. And he'll see another 2-2 pitch, the third 2-2 pitch of the at-bat. Luis Reyes not going down without a fight in this one. He has a strikeout and a 4-6-3 double play. Looking to change the mojo a little bit here, 2-2. He's going to chop the one down the third base line. Heck going to corral it. He gets Van Atten at second. Can't get the throw over to first. It's going to be a fielder's choice. He dropped it. Van Atten safe at second. Disaster right there. Jackson Mix, the crowd's favorite player, drops it. And DJ Van Atten is safe at second. Luis Reyes reaches on a fielder's choice.
Up for the Sasquatch. Short.
We're going to mark an error on Jackson Mix.
Naylor.
So Luis Reyes reaches on an E4, and now Jack Naylor comes up to the plate with runners on first and second, something the Sasquatch have had multiple times in this game, but have not really been able to get those runners across the majority of the time, aside from Keegan Weston with that 2 RBI double. Naylor sends that one high in the air into right field. Cool ball goes over on the line. On the run, tries to slide and make the catch, but would have ran out of room and drops it. He would have ran out of room and ran right into the wall right there. He slides and Naylor dodges the bullet. You know, 1 count when it could have been an easy out. Van Atten probably would have tagged and gone to third. And that's not the goal of this at bat if you're Jack Naylor. Want to try to poke one in the outfield and at least get on, keep the bases juiced, or try to drive Van Atten in if you can locate it in a gap. Here's the 0-1 from Young. Naylor's going to chop that one towards third. Heck can't grab it on the first hop. Tags the bag at third. Naylor's going to reach on a fielder's choice. Van Atten tagged out at third base. Luis Reyes goes over to second.
For the Sasquatch, first baseman, Jack Sutton.
Jack Sutton, a single and a walk with a run scored in this ball game with a chance here if he can put one in the outfield. Luis Reyes at second base could turn on the afterburners. We could see assistant coach Anthony Peterson send him and try to make this a 5-run game. Gage Krotz standing on deck if needed. He also singled and walked in this one. See if Jack Sutton can keep his night going. First pitch going to chop that one foul. And Graham Young's done really good at limiting these Sasquatch batters from finding holes in the defense and getting base hits, but it's the free passes that are killing them right now. If you include hit by pitches, there's been 7 free passes in this one through 4 2/3 of his night. That is not a recipe of success when your whip is almost 2, just including walks. Breaking ball finds a zone, 0-2 count. Take that back, hit by pitches don't affect a whip. But the point is still given with free bags. A free bag is a free bag, and there's been 7 of them so far, but an 0-2 count to Jack Sutton. First and second, with 2 away, the Sasquatch have been in this situation before. Mix backs off the runner at second. Sutton watches that one at the eyes, miss for 1-2. Reyes with a big lead at second. I'd have to assume if this one's hitting the outfield and he has a chance, Anthony Peterson's going to give him the green light. We're going to see Luigi Reyes put on the afterburners, try to get that extra 90 and another run. Sutton's going to chop that one over to short. Mamarian's going to corral out of a hop, flip it to Mix for the force at second. That ends the inning. Reyes stranded on base, and that'll end it. We go to the 6th. 4-0 Sasquatch lead. 2 innings remain possibly in this one. We'll see if Dylan Ritchie can close it out with the last 2 outs.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
Dylan Ritchie back out on the bump for inning number 6. 57 pitches through his night through 5 innings. Pitch number 58 is skied into right field. Van Atten came in on it, realized it was farther, goes back, makes the catch over the shoulder on the run. A little bit of a scare there. He might have lost it in the glare of the sun peeking out from the clouds here in Spearfish. But the first pitch is a fly out and a quick, easy first out here in the 6th inning for Dylan Ritchie and the Sasquatch. Jared Heck flies out to right field. Jacob Trustner comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, goes hit by a pitch in his last at bat to load the bases. Fouls off the first pitch on a check swing off the hands back to the Sasquatch dugout. Trustner was hit by a pitch that loaded the bases for Joey Coolball back in the third inning. That was the situation in a 2-0 ball game. We thought we might see a tie game, but Joey Coolball puts one weakly over to Chaz Crook, and he made the catch. An ugly swing right there from Trustner. Count goes 0-2 quickly. This will be the 4th pitch of the inning for Dylan Ritchie. Trustner grounded out to Ritchie in the first inning to end that inning. And takes a strike outside. The 6th strikeout on the night, the 4th looking for Ritchie. 4 pitches in this inning. We have 2 away already. Dylan Ritchie working quick and efficient. Looking to maybe go 7 if he can get through this one easy. You might just try him out there in the 7th inning with the utmost of confidence that he'll finish this one out. Joey Coolball steps up to the plate now in the left-hand batter's box, takes the first pitch low in the dirt. He's 0 for 2, struck out looking to lead off the second inning. That was the 3-pitch, swung at the first 2, and then froze him on a fastball low and away, lined out to Chaz Crook at third base to end the bases-loaded threat in the third inning. That one outside. Weston tried to pull it back in. It missed. It's a 2-0 count. Gavin Starcher standing on deck if needed. But right now, Dylan Ritchie close to another 1-2-3 inning. This could be his 3rd in a row if he's able to retire Coolball. 2-0 low, missed. Count goes 3-0. A close one right there and an auto take right here from Joey Coolball. He not even take the bat off the shoulder. 3-0 count from Dylan Ritchie. He did take the bat off the shoulder and put the weak ground ball over to second. Parker Bledgy charges in. It's the 3rd straight 1-2-3 inning. A 3-0 swing from Joey Coolball backfires, and another 1-2-3 ends the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half. Sasquatch looking to put any more insurance runs they can. Crott, Weston, Hoyer before Dylan Ritchie, more than likely, trots out for the top half of the 7th.
Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Gage Crott comes up to the plate to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Sasquatch looking for any more insurance runs before the top of the 7th, and I'd have to assume Dylan Ritchie is going to at least trot out there to try to finish it. Going on a little bit of a run to the right field corner, and he's coming back. But Gage Crott swings on that one, grounds over third. Heck collects it off 2 hops. Cross diamond throw is going to be on the money to first. A little bit scary, actually, as it looked like Trustner might have thought that one was going to be lower. He stretched more than he needed to, had to reach back up to about where his chest would have been if he just stayed there in a normal stretch, but he gets the out anyways. Gage Crott's retired to lead off the 6th. Keegan Weston had that big 2 RBI double down the right field line in the last inning to double this game and make it 4-0. We'll see if he can get a 1-out rally started for the Sasquatch. Watches the first pitch go. Graham Young paints the outside corner with a breaking ball once again. Young looking to pitch his day. He's only going to have 6 innings unless the Zap often can get going in the top of the 7th. Weston's going to chop that one hard over to short. Mamarian off 2 hops, collects it, the throw in time. 2 quick ground outs to the left side of the infield. Kyle Mamarian and Jared Heck take care of business right there. There's 2 away for the top of the order, Bryson Hoyer.
Heading for the Sasquatch, center fielder, Bryson Hoyer.
Bryson Hoyer steps up to the plate. 0 for 2 on his night, was hit by a pitch, has a stolen bag. Had a well-hit ball to right field. He flew out on back in the 2nd inning to end that threat, and then grounded out to 3rd base back in the 4th. He comes up with 2 away here in the 6th. First pitch is going to miss inside. Looked good, but Graham Young is going to miss and be in a 1-0 count. Home plate umpire John Whitcraft called that one a ball. It looked like it was borderline, but right there, benefit of the doubt goes to Hoyer. Swings on that one, skies it high in the air in a shallow center field. Traphagen rushing in, Mamarian calls him off, he'll make the catch. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half of the 6th, but now the Bats need to get going. A 4-run deficit going into the last 3 lives on the Zap here in Game 1. Dylan Ritchie probably going back out on the mound, and he is. Dylan Ritchie looking to close this one out when we come back.
When you venture to spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Dylan Ritchie back out on the bump, trying to go 1, 2, 3 again and close out this one in the top of the 7th inning in Game 1. First pitch going to be fouled off by Gavin Starcher, the catcher, in the 6th spot. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Zap. The last 3 innings, they have gone 1, 2, 3 respectively, and all 3 see if they can at least get a base runner and try to mount a comeback. That one going to be low and called a strike. Good job by Keegan Weston to pull it up, and it's an 0-2 count once again from Dylan Ritchie, working on less than 70 pitches so far in his night. I think he's just going through this at ease. Upstairs, that one missed at the letters. Lance Schaff getting loose in the bullpen, probably just a safety net for head coach Jarrett Hunt if needed. 1-2 count, here's the pitch. Inside and low, that one's gonna miss. Count goes even at 2-2. 2-2 from Ritchie. That one's going to be hit softly in the center field. It's going to drop for a single. Gavin Starcher's going to get a single, and he won't extend it. He'll just stay there. The first base runner in the last 3 innings for the Zap. It's a leadoff single for Gavin Starcher as they try to mount a comeback. The 5th hit of the ball game as Trenton Dukeshire is going to come up to the plate. He's 0 for 2, but now with a runner on first, has a chance to potentially move him in scoring position, keep this one going. Down 4, you need runs, and you need them now. Beautiful breaking ball, gets the zone for an 0-1 from Dylan Ritchie. Not looking like he's not letting that single phase him at all, as that was a beautiful front foot slider. Standing on deck is Tyler Traphagen, center fielder if needed. He is also 0 for 2. That one outside, Weston keeps in front of him, tried to get him to go fishing, leaves it off. Trenton Dukeshire is going to show good Good plate discipline on that one. Stay off. Count goes even at 1-1. Standing on deck, Tyler Traphagen. He struck out 2 times in the hole. Colby Rich, he's 1 for 2. So the next 3 batters, the only batter to get hit so far was Colby Rich in the 9 spot. That one's going to be hit weakly over. Past the glove. Bledgy charges in. He's going to make the play. We almost saw another collision right there as Gavin Starcher does what you're supposed to do and hold up a little bit in the Bates pass. He goes to second base, 1 away as Bledgy takes care of that one. We almost saw potentially a 1-6-3 double play just past the outstretched glove of Dylan Ritchie onto the mound, and we're lucky right there. It hit the bottom of the dirt. Could have took a weird bounce on Bledgy. It took a perfect bounce for him, didn't give him any trouble. There's 1 away. Brings up Tyler Traphagen, the center fielder. He struck out twice, 1 looking, 1 swinging. We'll see if Ritchie can make it a third. Checks his swing on that one low, leaves it off for a 1-0 count. Dylan Ritchie came into this game with 6 1/3 innings, and he's already, that's exactly what he's thrown today, so already doubled his season total just already. That one's going to be lined over to left field, but foul down the line by a couple feet at that. But nonetheless, it's foul, and Dylan Ritchie's going to get to go. Another pitch to Tyler Traphagen. 1-1 count to Tyler Traphagen. Now Colby Rich standing on deck, the top of the order if needed, and Jackson Mix standing in the hole as the Zap are trying to mount a comeback here. They have 5 hits but have not been able to get one across the board so far here in the top of the 7th inning. That one's going to be hit weakly over past the glove, Ritchie to Bledgy. Bledgy charges in. He'll make the throw at first. The runner's going to advance to third, but now 2 away quickly. And 1 out away from Dylan Ritchie finishing this one out. 4-0 lead brings up Colby Rich. He will represent the last life trying to extend this game for the Zap. Rich singled in his first at-bat, had that greedy play where he tried to extend it, and Jared Hunt's going to come out here. Are they going to go to Lance Schaff with 1 out remaining? 6 2/3 innings through. He must be at a pitch limit because Dylan Ritchie looks like he's coming off the mound. Lance Schaff made movement over there like he's come in. We'll see. If I'm Dylan Ritchie on the mound right now, you got to think Dylan is thinking to himself, he does not want to come out of this game, and he won't. 76 pitches into his night. Got to think maybe Jared Hunt said this is your last batter, or the plan was to take him out because Lance Schaff and Ben Seminara from the bullpen started making the jog like it was Lance Schaff coming in to get the last out. But instead, Dylan Ritchie, after a quick mound visit, is going to step in to face Colby Rich. Struck out looking in his last at-bat to lead off the 5th inning. He comes up with a runner on third, down 4 with 2 away here in the 7th. 76 pitches on the night so far for Ritchie. First pitch is going to be skied into the air. Foul territory. Sutton giving chase. Going over towards the dugout. He'll call off Weston. He'll make the catch. Complete game shutout for Dylan Ritchie. A masterclass on the mound. A 4-0 win for the Sasquatch. Game 2 of this doubleheader will start in approximately 30 minutes. I'd have to assume around 5:40 you will see the first pitch of Game 2. We will start a new stream around 5:30 right here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. Make sure to tune in and join me, Sean Massa, the voice of the Sasquatch, for that one, or come out to Black Hills Energy Stadium and catch the action live.